Imagine this. You have been happily married for 7 years. You have a beautiful 5-year-old daughter. You have never cheated. You have never even looked at another man. Then, one morning, your husband walks into the room. He doesn't look at you with love. He looks at you with disgust. He throws a piece of paper on the table. It's a DNA paternity test. He says, "She isn't mine. Pack your bags. You know you are innocent, but the science says you are a liar." What would you do? This is the story of a woman who fought against science to save her marriage, only to uncover a secret so terrifying. It involved the police, a hospital, and a crime that had been hidden for 5 years. To understand the horror of this discovery, we have to go back. The original poster, let's call her Sarah, and her husband were college sweethearts. They were the perfect couple. Their daughter was planned, loved, and cherished. But a few months ago, the husband changed. He became cold, distant. He started locking his office door. He demanded to see Sarah's phone constantly. Sarah thought it was stress. Maybe work was hard. But it was much worse. He was building a case against her. He had convinced himself that their entire life was a lie. Why? Because of a simple genetic trait. Eye color. Sarah and her husband both had blue eyes. Tairu Dota had brown eyes. Biologically, it is extremely rare for two blue-eyed parents to have a brown-eyed child. It's not impossible, but it's highly unlikely. The husband let this doubt eat him alive. He stopped seeing his daughter as his own. He saw her as evidence of a betrayal. The confrontation was brutal. He told her, "I took the test. She isn't mine. I know you cheated." Sarah was terrified. She was locked out of her own bedroom, sitting on the floor of her daughter's room, sobbing. Imagine the gas. You know your truth. You know you were faithful. But a medical lab report is telling your husband that you are a cheater. And it wasn't just him. The husband had gone online. He posted on forums where thousands of strangers told him, "Kick her out. She is lying. Secure your assets." He was ready to divorce her. He was ready to destroy the family, to protect his pride. It's easy to hate the husband here. But let's look at the psychology of a broken man. During the lockdown, he had gained weight. He felt unattractive. He fell into a deep depression. Meanwhile, his wife was still beautiful. Insecurity is a powerful poison. He didn't want the test to be negative. When he saw that 0%, it broke him. He felt like the last 7 years were a joke. He was lashing out because he was in pain. But Sarah, she refused to give up. Sarah begged him, "Please, one more test. Let's test everyone. Let's test me too." The husband agreed, but he gave a warning. "If this test comes back and you cheated, I am going scorched earth. I will leave you with nothing." They went to a specialist. They drew blood from the husband, the wife, and the daughter. They waited for the results. This is where the story turns into a nightmare. The husband was not the father, but Sarah was not the mother. Let that sink in. The woman who carried the baby for 9 months. The woman who gave birth in that hospital. The DNA proved that the child she was raising was not biologically related to her either. It wasn't an affair. It was a switch. A police officer arrived at their home to take statements. They are now suing the hospital. Somewhere 5 years ago, in a busy nursery, 2 babies were swapped. Sarah didn't cheat. She was a victim of the worst negligence imaginable. The husband fell to his knees. He apologized. He begged for forgiveness. But for Sarah, the nightmare has just begun. She loves her daughter. This is the child she raised. But now she knows. Somewhere out there, her biological child is living with strangers. Is that child safe? Is she loved? And what happens now? If they find the other family, do they swap the kids back? Imagine telling a 5-year-old girl that her mommy and daddy aren't her real parents. The DNA test saved Sarah's reputation, but it shattered her reality. They are currently in a legal battle, trying to keep their family together while searching for their biological child. Now, I have a question for you. If you found out today that your child wasn't biologically, it was due to a hospital mistake, would you try to find your real child? Or would you keep it a secret to protect the child you raised? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more stories that are stranger than fiction.